That guy standing here in the shed, I think. Oh, no, don't go there, no. Right, this is a short film. It's a follow-up on the APTE, which I changed the motor in the last film. So this is a demonstration of what all the fuss is about with the APT. But I'm also showing you, where is it down here? The alpha meter, how much consumption it's using on two motors. And give you a bit of an insight. It may help Stuart at St Mary's about his alpha meter jumping up and down. Okay? So, without further ado, let's get into film. Right, let me show you some of the fuss with this train. F1 for sound, and then you push shift and 10, gives you another motor, and then you shift again to 11, F11. That gives you a representation of multi-engines. So once you started, you can turn F10 and F11 off again, because you don't need them. Yeah. Now, there is a cab light on here. I can't remember which F number's on it. And if you look closely, you can see that there is lit up. As the train moves, the speed step 1 out of 28. Light goes out and she moves, hardly. I'll go to speed step 2, it's a bit quicker. Right. This is what all the fuss is about with this train, experimental train. Okay. Now it's got a representation of seating, as you can see. And then that's the galley area. Because remember, it's a test train, they had to have something. They were out all day, so that was the galley. And then we move forward again. And this is the offices where they did all the paperwork and discuss things, one thing or another. And then you come to the test section, and as you can see, it's the old type of computers with magnetic tape. Yeah. Representations of lights and what have you. See the red flashing light there. Can't always see them because they're quite low down actually, but that's what's inside it. So we'll speed it up to 4 and away we go. Right, this will benefit Stuart at St Mary's Model Railway, because he wasn't sure. This is the type of thing you got to do, Stuart. It assesses each loco. If you do it like this, in a way you can test it. Like I said, turn the layout on, see what it is at rest, which is 540 milliamps. Okay, the 0 is 1 amp. That if that lights up, that is 1 amp. Okay, the next, the 5 is in hundreds, so that's 5/10, half an amp. Yeah, 500 milliamps, and the end is in thousandths, the number 3. So it's pulling 0.53 milliamps. Okay, so now I've got the train ready to run, and what we'll do is, without doing anything, some people have got this conception that putting sound on is a big draw on the amp meter, but it ain't. So what I'll do, I'll start it up now, and you'll hear it. Ready? So we're looking at 53, 54. Here we go. And as you can see, turning the sound on didn't make any difference whatsoever, did it? If it did, it would have showed you on the thousandths on the far right hand number. Still 3.3.4 thousandths of a milliamp. So the sound does not affect it. Okay? So I'll turn the sound off. Now if I turn the running lights on, which is 4 little LEDs, did I turn them on or turn them off? I can't see the goddamn train. The lights are on now, the running lights are on, yeah. Okay, so it's gone up a thousandth of a milliamp basically. Instead of 53, 54, it's gone 54, 55, isn't it? So if I turn the lights off again, yeah, so lights are off. It's dropped down a thousandth of a milliamp. That's all the lighting it's taking on the APT. Right, so I'll turn the lights back on. Now we need to run it. Okay, so at its maximum now, as it stands in the platform, 0.55 milliamps, yeah, 550 milliamps, and it's jumping about. So what I'll do, I'll start the train off, and this is speed step 10, and it's gone up 1/10 of an amp, 100 milliamps on it, just slightly more than 100 milliamps. Now you got to remember, this loco has 2 motors, one at either end. Okay, now it's only gone up just over 100 milliamps on 2 motors running, and because it jumps from 670 to maybe 700 milliamps, okay, it's jumping around that couple of thousandths of a milliamp. That is the EMF coming into play. Now it's going through the station, which is a downhill slope. When it goes round the 2 corners, and see, it goes up to 70 there because it's cornering and there's a slight incline. That's why the figures are jumping a little bit. But basically, it's what? 1/10, a couple of thousandths of a milliamp. See, it's gone round the corners outside now. That's the outside going across the bridges. Here she comes back into here, down the downhill slope, so the power will drop off. Yeah, there he is, 6.6. And then as it goes round the corner here, as you'll see, jumps back up because it's going on the incline, and that's the EMF kicking in. Alright, so I hope that helps us, Stuart. Most trains shouldn't draw more than 100 milliamps. Yes, it depends on whether you've got dirty track, how much load you're pulling and what have you, or you've got inclines. That's where the EMF on the chip takes over. If it increases the power to the motor, it senses it. Well, most trains should run at 1/10 or 1.5 of a tenth, 1500 milliamps. There you go, see? So we know that this train is running perfect because it's stable in it. The ampage is stable, so it's not jumping about. Let's go around the corners again now, cross the bridge outside, take the next corner, and now it's coming down into the shed through the station. And this is on speed step 10 out of 28. So it's only using, on the whole layout, going around with two motors, half of a tenth of an amp. See how that's jumped to 70 now because of the slight incline passing me here. And then it's gone on to the level again. Alright? I hope that explains a lot to people, and I did a film a while back, 4 tracks, 8 trains, all with rolling stock behind them, and I didn't even reach 8 trains running. I didn't reach 1 amp. It was hovering on the 1 amp, but it only used 1 amp on the whole layout. 8 trains all running at once. It's in the library if you want to go and see it. Same with the decibel meter I did that time. Running, I started up 10 diesel engines and a steam train, 1 steam train, and it was touching 90 decibels, and they were only on tick over. I had them all parked in the container base, if you remember. That's another film if you want to go back. Just to make people aware of, you can have sound issues basically if you're running that many trains. Anyway, there you go. It's coming back through the station again, down the hill, slight downhill slope, so there's no power required, round the corner. And as it goes up the hill here, jumps back up to 70 there because there's a slight incline. Okay, but that there now is absolutely stable with 2 motors. That is perfect. Okay, you wouldn't get it any better than that. Right, that's that tutorial over. Right, see you in a bit. And as she comes back to the portal from being outside, we're on speed step 4 now. The brakes on, see, cab light comes on, and away we go again. We're on 4, light goes off, engine revs goes up, train moves. Six. 8, 9, 10. You can see speed step 10. And there we go. So, moving on. Thanks guys for watching. In the next film, it'll be about the Hunts couplings going on the HST. I was going to put it all in one film, but it's far too long to do that, so I'll see you in the next film, okay? And we'll get the GWI's running. Okay? See you in a bit.